All right, tonight I'm tying some egg sac Hendrickson spinners. We just got this new foam in. I'll put a link in, but it is perfect for dry flies. It is so lightweight and lands so soft compared to the regular foam you find in hobby shops and fly shops. So I was happy to see this because before I had to buy it other places and they didn't have the colors, but now we do. This happens to be the perfect color for an egg sac Hendrickson, so that's what I'm tying. As you can see, we're gonna run it right up the body. Don't worry, we'll cover that up. But Hendrickson's a three-tail fly, so if you want to, you can put 3 tails in using moose body, or you can use microfivets. But the nice thing about tying on this foam is you can sort of put things into position and use the foam to hold them there. I don't think trout care about how many tails, but you know, when you got a tricky fly, sometimes it's okay to make it just a little bit trickier because it gives you some confidence out there in May. So it's cool having the foam underneath, especially this stuff. Upavon foam, I don't know what it's called. But like I said, I'll have a link in there. You can look it up, it's good stuff. It's going to hold the, I think that we used to call it, is it Evizote? Well, anyway, too much foam talk. We're gonna put a biot over the foam and the foam's gonna help it float. Now when you attach a turkey biot, it's got this dark band at the top. And what I do is I lay the turkey biot right across the top of the fly with that dark band away from me. And what happens when I start wrapping then is I get a segmentation that I can control. If you do it the other way, you kind of are, it works fine, but you're stuck with the fly having the segmentation that is the exact width of the biot instead of a little thinner like the natural. All right, so got a segmented body and we're gonna put some wings on this one. I think that it's absolutely fine to skip this stuff, but the clear wing stuff is so handy for spinners. It works in all sizes. We use it for hex and everything else. And I think, yeah, it's plastic and all that. And if you're a purist, you're probably not gonna like tying with this stuff, but I really think it makes a big difference. So I'm gonna just pull some apart here. It doesn't cut the best with scissors, so I'm gonna, especially, I've got so many scissors and they just always seem to be crappy. There we go. All right, now got a strip. We're gonna just loop that on. So you see I did a soft wrap and then I pulled into position. And now we'll get it laid out there. That clear wing definitely takes a sharp scissors and a soft touch. I had the soft touch, but not the sharp scissors. And 1 out of 2 was good enough to get it set there. So now we're gonna tie on the hackle. And by the way, it actually fishes just fine as it is right now. It's really not such a bad way to fish it. But I'll take the hackle because this fly, it catches fish when you're matching the hatch, but it's a great searching fly when there's Hendrickson spinners around and the water temps are warm enough that the fish are looking up, which happens towards kind of the end of the Hendricksons on our water. So it does 2 things. The other thing it's really good for is if you get heavy spinners and you make a lot of repeated casts, this fly is gonna float a lot better than like, you know, a Marinero style or something like that. So I'm just using some dubbing to build up the thorax. And we're gonna go back in to this and finish up. So I'm gonna try, I got 1 wrap low, go up a little bit and then come back down low. You don't need a lot of hackle on this fly. Then I'm gonna wrap around the post, cinch on the hackle, come back through. Clip, clip. And it's a pretty nifty bug right there. All right. Little cleanup under the bottom. There you go. All right, hackles are not trapped. We'll slide a whip finish underneath there. Now you can do the same basic spinner for just about every mayfly. Not every mayfly carries their eggs as such an obvious way as the Hendrickson does, but you know, brown drakes definitely do, especially on cold evenings when it happens early. But it's good to incorporate that foam into everything. So there you have a underbody of foam, a biot, lots of things floating the fly and working for you.